Hi everyone, so for this next problem we have a detail question. So detail questions are heavily reliant on the text, which means we always need to go back and look super close at what the text is saying in order to answer the question correctly. So when we're looking at our choices, we always want to go back and make sure that whichever one we choose is actually supported by the text because it's very closely linked to it since it is a specific explicit detail that we're looking at. So yeah, let's try one of these problems out. All right, so for this one, a lot of the times these problems are based on primary source text, but not all the time, but it looks like this one is. So for this one, we have a novel that we're looking at, which is Edith Nesbit's The Railway Children. So let's look at the text here. Mother did not spend all her time in paying dull visits to dull ladies and sitting dully at home waiting for dull ladies to pay visits to her. She was almost always there, ready to play with the children and read to them and help them do their home lessons. Besides this, she used to write stories for them while they were at school and read them aloud after tea, and she always made up funny pieces of poetry for their birthdays and for other great occasions. Okay, so we're talking about Mother here and what exactly she did. So the first part essentially says that Mother, didn't want to kind of fulfill almost this traditional role of just kind of sitting around waiting to pay calls and waiting for people to pay calls to her. And then it goes into explaining all the stuff that she did for her children. So she would play with them, read to them, help them with their school, write stories for them, read to them, tons of different stuff that she would do for them. So let's see. According to the text, what is true about Mother? Okay, so we know that the text is focusing a lot on Mother, so what is true about her? So let's see. A, she wishes that more ladies would visit her. Does that seem true? So no, right? We just talked about how the first part is that she doesn't want people to visit her. She doesn't want to just sit around. So A would definitely not be the best choice. Let's see, B. So birthdays are her favorite special occasion. Okay, so what do we think about this one? So they definitely do talk about birthdays here towards the end and that she did a lot of work for them, but it does not explicitly say that birthdays are her favorite special occasions. That cannot be the right answer. So then C, she creates stories and poems for her children. Okay, is this true? Yeah, right? It says she used to write stories for them while they were at school and made up funny pieces of poetry. Okay, so it definitely seems like she definitely created stories and poems for her children. Let's just double check with the last choice. Reading to her children is her favorite activity. So again, it mentions a lot in this passage, her reading to them. But it also mentions a lot of other activities that she does with them, and it doesn't explicitly say that reading is her favorite activity. So D would not be the correct choice, so that would leave us with C.